When we watch people playing music without sound, it usually doesn't take much for us to hear it in our heads. We see the type of instrument they're playing and the atmosphere they're playing it in, and we can create the sound in our head. Music is such an expression of emotion that sometimes it's hard to distinguish what part of a single song an audience responds to. In songs with lyrics, how well would its message come across without the words? Can those words stand alone without the music to back it up? With instrumental pieces, just how does an individual react? Each person who listens to a song hears it differently, which produces memories or images in their mind that are completely unique. This process has a lot to do with the brain and how it receives and interprets music.
Something that I would listen to on the radio, maybe. Perhaps not something that I would have on my iPod, but I don't know, it's kind of catchy. It sounds like it'd be fun to drive to.
I feel homesick now a little bit. I think a lot of people, like freshmen here, feel a little homesick because it's so close to Thanksgiving break and we just want to get it over with and go home and see our friends.
There were strong impulses in the piece on most of the beats, so you could really feel the strong rhythm to it. There weren't a lot of unanticipated pitches. It was all pretty much set up to be that way.
Rhythm sounds like something that wouldn't be out of place at a dance or a club of some kind. I mean, it's got a good beat.
It reminds me of like Asian, Oriental stuff. Like it kind of sounds Indian, but it's also kind of annoying after a while. So I don't know if I'd listen to it all the time, but it has like a good beat.
The piece on a whole gave me the sensation of being in sort of like a virtual reality world, and so I thought that was pretty cool.
It conjures images of the seashore at night for me, and that's really relaxing.
Like this song, it made me really relaxed and happy. It sounded like water falling or like moving around.
When you got to the end, you felt like relieved that it was over, and it gives you a sense of satisfaction in listening to the music.
I just really don't like rap or hip-hop.
But it reminded me of the summer, like my friends, and being weird and jamming out really loud.
Some string parts that came in the background of this hip-hop, and I thought that was pretty interesting. I really enjoyed listening to the undermelodies they had going on. To some extent, it sounded like they may have been variations of one another.
When sound enters our ears, it sends vibrations through the inner ear across thousands of minute hairs. These hairs then send an electric impulse which fires up different areas of the auditory part of our brain. Our reaction is both emotional and biological. As we play or listen to music, blood and oxygen flow increase to those areas of the brain. These areas perceive the electrical signals as music, which we interpret based on our culture and experience. A music major such as Mike can't help but pick apart the music structure, whereas a history major such as Kate can't help but pick up the cultural intonations in a song. No matter how you hear a song, though, the fact remains the same, that humans are predisposed to enjoy producing and interpreting music.
Find the words to say all I got inside.